My staff has reported that was you. And
No,
it
that
appeared as though you were having sex on the screen.
Imagine getting caught doing bedroom business on a live court Zoom call. Today, we are witnessing 3 of the most unhinged courtroom moments ever caught on camera. We have a woman claiming she's been on the forbidden powder for 48 years straight to explain a dirty test, a defendant who treated a legal hearing like an adult movie, and a man who thinks a stolen phone is a get-out-of-jail-free card. The judge is absolutely losing his mind today, and by the end of this video, you will see exactly why some people
they don't do it the levels. So I've been getting high for 48 years.
What?
Yeah. And so even though it was like I think the last time was like New Year's Eve or January 5th, one or the other. But you don't show levels, so you don't show it going down, down, down. And therefore, if you got cocaine in your system, you just got cocaine in your system. That's how it is. But that's not okay because it could be in my system for a long, long time, even though I don't get high.
Okay.
Hold on. Did she really just drop the "I've been on the snow for 48 years" defense? Edna is trying to convince the judge that the illegal stuff is a permanent part of her DNA. She's arguing that the court's tests are flawed because they don't show levels dropping. But let's look at the facts. She missed a test and then tested positive 2 weeks later. In the legal world, that is a massive red flag. The judge is trying to stay professional, but you can hear the disbelief in his voice. Is she a victim of bad science? Or is she just a veteran?
So just so I'm clear what you're telling me,
Yes.
that on January 5th, you tested positive for cocaine. And that was just
And I didn't
that was just
expect
something
it
in your
should
system.
not have been.
It shouldn't have been there.
Right.
It's just stuck in your
But
system.
you guys don't do
And
it
then-
by levels.
What?
You don't test it by levels to see if it's going further and further.
Okay, so then the next time you're supposed to test, you missed the test.
Huh?
Then you missed the test.
Oh, I didn't have $12.
Okay. And then the next test, almost 2 weeks later, you're testing and you test positive for cocaine. And so hold on before you, because I want to make sure I've got your story. And so you're telling me that the second test for cocaine was really the same as the first test because it's just stuck in your system because you've been doing cocaine forever.
What I'm
I don't
saying,
know who the heck you are, but if you start yelling in my courtroom, you're going to be going with her.
okay, this what happened on the 5th, to be honest.
What? What happened on the 5th?
I said that, wait, what happened? Let me think.
I don't know. Go ahead, think about it.
Right. What I'm saying is on the 5th, I was dirty. I had used like not that far from there, but I was scared to say so because I was scared to say so. So then the next time I didn't have the $12. And the next time
So
it was
hold
still
on. That's what I was getting at before your fans started yelling out from there.
my sister. She here from
All right, but
out of town.
so you're telling me this test that showed up positive, you didn't use cocaine.
Which one?
The 20th.
The 20th.
Last test.
No, I had.
You had
Since
not
the
used
5th.
any cocaine.
No.
Even though you've been using it for years.
Right. Right. It should have been clean. I'm saying I don't understand why it was dirty. But the problem is this, sir. You guys don't check the levels. So
I can check levels.
I wish
But
y'all
not,
would.
but well, I can get the levels.
Okay.
That's not a big deal.
Okay.
The problem is because you missed the test,
Uh-huh.
if you did a little bit of cocaine, it'll look like it's going down, but you didn't use cocaine still.
Oh.
You should not be testing positive for cocaine 2 weeks later. That's the bottom line. Grant an adjournment in this matter to February 5th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's 1 week out.
Your Honor,
You're not available that day?
correct.
That's fine. I'll set it on to 12. At this point, the defendant's bond's revoked. She's remanded.
Damn.
What'd you say?
Excuse me. I was saying my
You
sister.
know, you need to take yourself on out. Court calls case of the people versus Jessica Brascalia.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Alexis Earps with and on behalf Ms. Brasgala, who I believe should be appearing on Zoom.
Okay. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Jessica Brascala.
Your Honor, we'd be requesting an adjournment this time. There's some more.
She's gonna need to, let me just stop you. She's gonna need to appear in person. We've had a problem with this defendant. We've kicked her out of our courtroom. I think on 2 occasions. She's come back in. She was smoking.
That wasn't me.
Folks.
This is the moment that went viral for all the wrong reasons. Jessica thought she could hide behind a computer screen, but the judge's staff was watching closely. Smoking during court is one thing, but engaging in inappropriate content while the judge is on the bench? That is a level of disrespect we've rarely seen. Notice how the judge doesn't even argue. He just orders her to show up in person so he can assure she's behaving. It's a total power move. This is a huge lesson. Zoom court.
My staff has reported that was you. And
No,
it
that-
appeared as though you were having sex on the screen.
No.
Well, it was interesting. The reason I took a break was to go back and look at the video. And my
okay.
staff reported it to me, and it did appear that that's what was occurring. So what I am going to do, not on the defendant's motion, I'm going to adjourn this out to next week, the 5th. You'll have to appear in person, ma'am.
Okay.
That way we can assure you're not smoking and not having sex while you're in court. Thank you. Bond will continue.
Understood, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. You should see the video. All right. Thank you. Mute her and get her out of my court. First case of the people versus Christian Sukite Capehart.
Good afternoon, young people.
Assistant Public Defender Davey Lee on behalf of Mr. Shukai Capehart. Shukai Capehart, can you say your name, please?
Christian Shukai Capehart.
Andrew, I was not able to reach Mr. Shukai Capehart until today, so I would be requesting adjournment for that reason. I do have a green sheet and I would like to address the bond violation.
Yeah, go ahead. Address his bond violation first.
Your Honor, so Mr. Shukai Capehart indicates to me, and this was verified when we talked about, we did not have a valid phone number for him that has now been updated, and we now also have a valid email for Mr. Shukai Capehart. So we're going to be in clear communication from here on out. Regarding the missing tests, he explains to me that he was overwhelmed with the arraignment and wasn't given paperwork, and he didn't realize he needed to contact community corrections. He does tell me that today,
He what?
he tells me he was feeling overwhelmed that his arraignment did not digest what he was being told he needed to do and wasn't given paperwork.
Well, then why didn't he answer his phone when the community corrections tried to call him?
They did not have a valid number, Your Honor, and that has now been corrected.
What do you mean they didn't have a valid number?
They had a number from a phone that he indicates to me was stolen.
And here we go again with the I didn't know defense. Christian Cart is blaming a stolen phone and a lack of paperwork for his total disappearance. But here's the hook. The judge knows there are 80 people in the public defender's office. You're telling me not one could take a message? The defense is trying to play the overwhelmed card, but the judge sees right through it. When you're on bond, you have one job: stay in touch. By the time Cart's wife starts chiming in, the judge has already made up.
I would ask the court with letting Mr. Shukat Capehart test today. He does indicate to me that he would not be positive for anything except potentially marijuana metabolites from before he was placed on bond.
So he wasn't in contact with his attorneys, didn't go to community corrections, didn't do anything the court asked him to do.
Your Honor, I believe he wasn't attempting to make contact. He indicates to me
Attempting to make contact with whom?
he indicates that he called our office and was not able to reach anyone. He also indicates he contacted this
80 people work in that office.
My wife also.
and that his wife also attempted to call.
My wife was in contact. And and I had documentation of it and everything like that, but I had made it apparent to at my arraignment that I did not have the active 646 area code number. And I gave them 2 numbers that they could try to get a hold of, but I guess they only called the 646. And I had been in contact with people, well, my wife was, uh, but I had no release paperwork or nothing. This is new to me. So
He was told it on the record that he needed to go to community corrections.
That is my understanding, Your Honor.
I didn't know that I was gonna let.
I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 5th, 2026, 9 a.m. You got to follow the court's orders, young man, or figure out how you're going to do that. But at this point, his bond's revoked, defendant's remanded.
Thank you.
What an absolute train wreck of a day. From Edna's biological excuses to Jessica's R-rated Zoom call and Cart's missing communication, the judge had seen enough. The final result? Bonds revoked and defendants remanded. It's a cold reminder that the court doesn't care about your excuses. It cares about its orders. If you treat the law like a joke, the punchline is usually a pair of handcuffs. If you found these cases as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts on that Zoom scandal in the comments.